What if the real reason so many men over 60 struggle with weak erections had nothing to do with low testosterone and wasn't even because of aging itself? What if the truth was far simpler, hidden in something so small, so overlooked, that it could be corrected naturally without risky pills or surgery? Imagine one missing nutrient, a single vitamin, holding the power to completely transform how your body works in the most intimate moments. For decades, men have searched for answers, chasing quick fixes, feeling the weight of disappointment, wondering if their best days were behind them. But the real story is deeper. It begins in the smallest blood vessels of the body, where time slowly takes its toll. These delicate arteries, especially the ones supplying blood to the most vital areas, lose flexibility, grow inflamed, and become more vulnerable to blockages. Even the slightest restriction in blood flow can weaken performance, shake confidence, and make intimacy feel like a distant memory. This isn't just about hormones, it's about how the body ages from the inside out. Over time, oxidative stress builds, circulation slows, and damage quietly accumulates inside vessel walls. And yet here, where the story shifts from decline to possibility. Because the very changes that make things harder are also surprisingly responsive to the right kind of support. There exists a nutrient, often dismissed as irrelevant for men, more commonly linked to women's health. But it is, in truth, one of the most powerful allies for restoring strength, endurance, and vitality from the inside out. This nutrient doesn't just treat symptoms, it addresses the core of the problem. It repairs, revitalizes, and reawakens. It's called folic acid, vitamin B9, a water-soluble nutrient vital for cell growth, DNA repair, and healthy red blood cell formation. But for men, its role goes further. It directly influences vascular health, determines how freely blood flows, and quietly supports the very system that decides whether you can achieve and maintain firmness when it matters most. Many men in their 60s and 70s aren't held back by lack of desire, but by a body that simply can't respond. And when folic acid levels are restored, energy returns, confidence grows, and relationships shift in ways they thought impossible. Because this vitamin doesn't just help in the moment, it rebuilds the foundation that performance depends on. The secret lies in how it protects blood vessels and how it influences a small but crucial molecule inside your bloodstream. This molecule determines whether vessels expand when needed, allowing blood to rush in fully and freely. Without it, nothing happens. With it, strength and spontaneity return, and folic acid can help your body produce it naturally. This is not a trick, it's not a false promise. It's real science, simple, powerful, and within reach. And when you understand how it works, you'll see why men who have tried it are experiencing changes they once thought impossible. The story of this molecule begins with something your body makes naturally: nitric oxide. Think of it as the silent switch that tells blood vessels, open now. Without enough of it, those vessels stay tight, blood struggles to flow, and the body simply can't perform on command. But when nitric oxide levels are high, the difference is night and day. Strength returns, stamina builds, and the confidence you thought had faded suddenly feels effortless again. This is where folic acid steps in. It's not just another supplement on a shelf, it's the quiet architect behind healthy nitric oxide production. It supports the enzymes that convert the amino acid L-arginine into nitric oxide, ensuring your blood vessels open when you need them most. And here's the truth most men never hear. As we age, folic acid levels drop, and so does the efficiency of this process. The result: weaker circulation, lower responsiveness, and the creeping frustration that intimacy isn't what it used to be. But replenish that folic acid and the body responds almost immediately. Blood vessels become more flexible, circulation improves, that rush of blood that once felt like a memory becomes real again. It's not magic. It's biology doing exactly what it's meant to do once it finally has the right tools. And the benefits don't stop there, because folic acid isn't working alone. Inside your body, it partners with other key nutrients to reduce homocysteine, a compound that, when too high, can damage blood vessel linings and restrict blood flow. Lowering it helps protect the delicate network of arteries that supply your heart, your brain, and yes, your most private areas. This is why men who start supporting their bodies with the right form of folic acid often notice changes beyond performance, better mood, sharper thinking, and a lift in overall energy. Because when blood flows freely, life itself feels different. The truth is, performance issues don't happen overnight. They build slowly, quietly, over years until one day you notice. But just as the problem took time to form, it can be reversed faster than you imagine once you remove what's blocking your body's natural ability to respond. And that's why understanding folic acid's role is so important. It's not about taking another pill and hoping for the best. It's about addressing the root, restoring the body's own systems so they work the way they did when you were younger, when you had the freedom to be spontaneous and the confidence that your body would never let you down. Soon, you'll see exactly how this works and why it's helped so many men reclaim the part of life they thought was gone forever. To understand why folic acid works so well, we have to look inside the bloodstream itself, into the microscopic highways that deliver life to every cell. Picture your arteries and veins as flexible tubes, lined with a thin layer of cells called the endothelium. This lining isn't just a barrier, it's a living, breathing organ, constantly sending chemical signals that tell blood vessels when to relax and when to constrict. When you were younger, this system was sharp and responsive. A simple spark of desire would trigger a cascade of signals. Nitric oxide would surge, vessels would expand, and blood would rush in without resistance. But over the decades, that delicate lining takes damage from poor diet, stress, toxins, and natural aging. Small cracks form, inflammation sets in, and the endothelium loses its ability to send strong, clear signals. This is where folic acid quietly becomes a game changer. It doesn't just help nitric oxide production, it helps repair and protect the very lining that makes nitric oxide work in the first place. By lowering homocysteine and reducing oxidative stress, folic acid gives your endothelium the chance to heal, to grow stronger, and to regain the flexibility it had years ago. And the results? Men report more than just improved performance. Many notice warmer hands and feet from better circulation. Some feel more energy during the day, sharper focus at work, even better sleep. That's the power of blood flow. When it's restored, it touches every part of life. But there's another reason this works so effectively, and it's one most men have never heard. Research has found that folic acid doesn't just act in the short term, it changes the way your body maintains nitric oxide over time. It supports the enzymes that keep this molecule active, preventing it from breaking down too quickly. That means you're not just getting a quick boost, you're rebuilding a lasting foundation for confidence and vitality. And perhaps the most surprising part, this nutrient is inexpensive, widely available, and safe when taken in the right amount. No dangerous side effects, no risky dependency, just your body working as nature intended. In a moment, I'll show you the specific form and dosage of folic acid that's been shown to make the biggest difference for men, and how you can start noticing changes in as little as a few short weeks. Because when you give your body what it's been missing all these years, it doesn't just respond, it comes alive. Now imagine the moment it all clicks. You wake up with that familiar sense of readiness you thought was gone for good. You feel lighter on your feet, more energized, almost as if your body is quietly telling you, I've got this. You don't have to plan, to stress, or to wonder if things will work the way they should. You just know. That's what happens when you finally address the real cause, not by forcing a reaction with chemicals, but by restoring the natural pathways that make those reactions possible in the first place. For so many men, that shift comes from one simple change: introducing the right form and dose of folic acid into their daily routine. And this isn't some vague, maybe it'll help promise. This is grounded in decades of research showing how vitamin B9 repairs blood vessels, optimizes nitric oxide, and revives circulation where it matters most. Studies have confirmed its ability to lower homocysteine, improve endothelial function, and boost responsiveness in men who had been struggling for years. But here's the problem: most men aren't getting anywhere near enough. Modern diets strip folate-rich foods from the plate. And even if you eat well, aging reduces your ability to absorb and convert folic acid into its active form, which means you could be eating a diet full of folate but still be functionally deficient. That's why the men seeing the biggest changes aren't just grabbing any multivitamin. They're using a bioavailable, high-potency form, the kind your body can use instantly, without relying on slow or inefficient conversion. The kind that floods your system with the building blocks it needs to restore circulation, repair damage, and reignite performance. And once you start, the difference can be dramatic, not in years, not even in months. For many men, the first signs show up in a matter of weeks: a stronger morning response, a surge in confidence, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing your body is coming back to life. In just a moment, I'll share exactly where you can find this pure, clinical-strength folic acid and how to combine it with 2 other key nutrients to multiply its effects. Because when you bring these 3 together, the results go beyond anything folic acid could achieve alone, creating a breakthrough in performance that feels as natural as it is powerful. The first nutrient, folic acid, sets the stage. It repairs the lining of your blood vessels, restores nitric oxide production, and ensures that blood can move freely through even the smallest arteries. But to unlock its full potential, it needs 2 powerful allies, nutrients that work hand in hand to amplify its effects and make those results even more noticeable. The second nutrient is L-arginine, an amino acid your body uses as the raw material to produce nitric oxide. Think of folic acid as the technician who keeps the switchboard running and L-arginine as the electricity flowing through the wires. Without enough L-arginine, your body can't produce the surge of nitric oxide that makes firmness possible. But when you combine it with folic acid, production skyrockets, and so does responsiveness. The third nutrient is vitamin B12. At first glance, it might not seem connected to performance, but B12 is the quiet regulator that keeps your blood healthy, your nerves sharp, and your energy steady. More importantly, it works alongside folic acid to lower homocysteine even further, protecting your blood vessels from the damage that slows everything down. Together, these 3 form a kind of vascular support system: folic acid repairing and restoring the pathways, L-arginine fueling nitric oxide production, and B12 protecting and energizing the entire network. Men who have combined them consistently report not just stronger, longer-lasting performance, but better mood, higher energy, and a renewed sense of vitality in everyday life. And unlike temporary fixes that wear off in hours, this combination works on the deeper cause, so over time, the improvements become your new normal. You're not relying on timing or chemistry, you're relying on your own body, functioning exactly as it should. In a moment, I'll show you the simplest way to get all 3 nutrients in the exact form and dosage used in clinical research, without hunting through endless supplement labels or wasting money on products that don't deliver. Because once you see how easy it is to start, you'll realize this change isn't just possible, it's within reach right now. So here's the truth: you could go out today and try to find these 3 nutrients on your own. You could spend hours reading labels, guessing at dosages, and hoping you've chosen the right forms. And maybe, after months of trial and error, you'd start to see results. Or you could take the faster, smarter path. One that gives you all 3, folic acid, L-arginine, and B12 in their most bioavailable, research-backed forms, at the exact dosages proven to restore circulation, boost nitric oxide, and protect the very blood vessels your performance depends on. That's why we created VascuFlow NX, a simple daily formula designed specifically for men who want to revive their energy, confidence, and drive naturally. Every serving delivers the clinical strength combination your body needs to repair, restore, and reawaken without risky drugs, without side effects, and without waiting years to feel a difference. Men using VascuFlow NX report feeling changes in as little as a few short weeks. A stronger response in the mornings, more stamina during the day, the freedom to be spontaneous again without planning, without worrying, and without that shadow of doubt in the back of their mind. And the best part, you're not masking the problem, you're fixing it. You're giving your body exactly what it needs to work like it did years ago, which means every improvement you feel now has the potential to stay with you for the long term. In a moment, I'll tell you exactly how you can try VascuFlow NX for yourself, completely risk-free, so you can see and feel the results before you decide. Because the only thing better than knowing this works is experiencing it firsthand. Right now, you stand at a crossroads. One path is the same one you've been walking, where the problem lingers, the frustration builds, and the moments you want most keep slipping further away. The other path is different. It's the one where you decide that today is the day you take back control, where you give your body what it's been missing and watch as energy, confidence, and performance begin to return faster than you thought possible. That's exactly what VascuFlow NX was designed to do. And to make this decision even easier, we're giving you a simple promise. Try it for 30 days, and if you don't feel the difference, the stronger mornings, the renewed stamina, the spark you've been missing, you don't pay a penny. Every bottle comes with our full, no questions asked guarantee. But here's the thing, we've secured only a small batch of VascuFlow NX for this offer. Once it's gone, it could be months before it's available again at this special introductory price. That means if you're serious about turning things around, now is the time to act. Remember, every day you wait is another day lost. Another day where your body isn't getting the nutrients it needs to restore what time has taken away. Why spend another week, another month, wondering if you could feel like you used to when you can start finding out right now? Click the button below, choose your package of VascuFlow NX, and start your risk-free trial today. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you'll feel the difference, and the sooner you'll have the confidence of knowing your body will be ready whenever you are. Your moment is waiting, don't let it pass you by. In the end, it comes down to this: you can keep hoping things will change on their own, or you can take one small, simple step today and start making that change happen. With VascuFlow NX, you're not gambling on a quick fix, you're investing in a proven, natural way to restore the very foundation of your performance, your energy, and your confidence. And when you feel that first surge, that undeniable sign your body is waking up again, you'll know you made the right choice. But remember, the window is small. This special offer, this batch, and this moment won't wait. So take the step, click the button, claim your supply of VascuFlow NX now, and join the men who have already reclaimed what they thought was gone forever. Because nothing feels better than knowing you're back.